game against South Pomona. Coach, if you could introduce your athlete and give an opening statement.
Yeah, I'm here with Zach Samayoa. That was a hard-fought game, you know. They're a really good team. They pitched well. We got off to a really good start offensively. To be able to have a 6-run lead at this ballpark is huge. I just don't necessarily think that we pitched well enough to win that game. And they came in and they took advantage of some mistakes offensively. We just couldn't tack on late, and that's just what it comes down to. I think we just had a little too many free passes that allowed them to get some momentum. And when you give free 90s to good teams, good offensive teams that have good discipline, oftentimes they make you pay, especially in an offensive park. So even though we didn't get burned by the long ball, I got to give those guys a lot of credit. They're really good hitters, well coached, they had a good plan. Higgins came out and he had a good start, of course. Bullpen, our guys came in and competed, but it just wasn't enough for us to win. And at the end of the day, I think it was good for us to be able to be in this type of environment. Certainly not fun to be able to play somebody for the 6th time in a week, but if we want to continue to play on late in the season, into the postseason, into the regional, you got to play good teams. You got to win games against good teams, and you kind of just tip your cap. These guys, Pomona just did a really good job. They played a better game than us. Like I said, they really capitalized on some mistakes that we had on the mound. And, ultimately, just we're able to add on and extend the lead, and that's just kind of what it came down to.
So, Coach, if you could touch a little bit on your seniors and the impact that they've made on your program so far this season, as the impact they will continue to make, as we know the regional rankings have you guys listed to continue playing.
Yeah, the seniors, man, the beauty about this year is we have so many seniors that are here for the first year. And oftentimes when you bring in guys from other programs, D1, JCs, that have been at other programs and they're here for 1 year, sometimes it's a crapshoot. You don't know what you're going to get. You don't know if you're going to get guys that are going to fully buy into what you're talking about and what you're selling. And I can say with some certainty, these guys have been all in from the get-go. We have such a great group of leaders, captains, upperclassmen that have came in and embraced that role, have really led from the front. They've done a great job really influencing the younger guys, and it's just been a blast. I mean, Zach has been at the forefront of that. The joy that he brings every single day is infectious, and our guys are just excited to be around each other and play baseball. It doesn't matter where they're from, what year they are, whether they come with accolades, a ton of playing last year at the D1 level. At the end of the day, these guys have shown up and have made a lasting impact on this program. I mean, for us to be 50 games in, to have 33 wins, and to be in a position to continue to play on that regional, what else can we ask for? And on top of that, I'll say there's only a few places that are more fun than our dugout when we're winning. It's not fun when you're losing in any dugout. But at the end of the day, man, these guys just keep it lighthearted. They have an incredible energy, and it's been just such a joy. And it just goes to show you just what having really good people and good characters in our dugout and our program can do for you. So it's been awesome.
Yeah, and Zach, you've had an incredible season and an incredible night offensively, and adding all those stats together, you're currently 4th in most home runs in a single season in the CCAA, and tied for most RBIs in a single season in the CCAA. 7th. What approach at the plate helped you get that rhythm offensively tonight and then throughout the season?
Yeah, just tonight, a lot of just, getting barrels to the ball and just trusting the approach that we have. We have scouting reports. We have to get before the game, and the big thing for me is just trust the process. We've been playing the game for a long time, so it's just a lot of preparation leading up to moments like this, and then just allowing myself to play the game and just do what I've done for a long time is kind of the key to my game first.
So Zach, the season's not over. How are you going to motivate your teammates to keep the momentum going?
Yeah, games like this is a tough one. So, but at the end of the day, there's going to be more baseball for us. So, we have a good team. We know how to get out of the lows when it's the lows, and we don't see it in the highs. So we got a level-headed team. Like you said earlier, we have a lot of seniors, so we've been around the block. The biggest thing is for us, just staying together, enjoying the game and having fun. Is the biggest thing. We have fun, we play good ball, so I think that's it for us.
Coach, looking towards the West Regional, are there any adjustments you plan to make moving forward?
Yeah, kind of hard to say. We just don't necessarily know where we might go, who we might face. Obviously, fairly confident that we're going to have an opportunity to continue to play on next week. But at the end of the day, it's just going to come. It all comes down to how we're playing and whether we're playing the game well, whether we're throwing strikes, doing things that we're supposed to be doing. And I'm confident that things will take care of themselves if we're doing that, if we're playing the game right. So at the end of the day, I think it just comes down to day by day. We'll find out on Sunday, where things land, and then regardless of what happens and where we end up, I'm pretty sure we're going to be pretty excited.
Well, congratulations, team, on an incredible season so far, and we look forward to seeing where you go next week.
Yeah, great. Thank you.